And a pleasant morning to you. Welcome to the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Coming up, Andy Noyes with a dealership support company called Repairify. What they do, we're going to find out. In Jeff's Car Culture, think of this. Regenerating tire treads.
Oh, yeah.
Do you do it? What? How does that work? Howdy. Along with Mike Out of This World Mars, who's in the studio with us today, ladies. In the house.
In the house.
Next to me, we always need more Jeff Zucker.
Not in the house.
Chief Engineer David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us today. And is Andy looking any better there? We got a guest here that.
Can I bring him in?
Yeah, please do.
Bring him in out of the dark.
Yeah, bring him in out of the dark.
He's better.
Is he better? Let me see. Oh my God, he's got a face.
Good morning.
Andy, good morning. How are you?
I'm great this morning. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you. Is it Noyes?
It's like you make a lot of noise.
Noise. Okay. Got it. Noise. Andy Noyes. Perfect. Hi, Andy.
Hello.
Where are we speaking to you from?
Plano, Texas.
Plano, Texas.
Just up the road.
Just down the street.
Yeah, it's right. So for those that don't know where Plano is, it's right there by Dallas. Mm-hmm. And I know that you probably don't like to be put in the same thing because you're from Plano, but then let everybody know that exactly where that is. It's close to Dallas. How's that? Is that an okay description?
That's perfect.
Okay. So Andy, you're with a company that is kind of a twofer here. It's Aztec, driven by Repairify. So explain that to us first.
Yeah, Repairify is our portfolio company that has several different companies within it offering end-to-end solutions for the automotive industry. I specifically work, under the Aztec umbrella, which we're the global leader of OEM diagnostics and calibration, really focusing in the collision space.
Oh my God, that's a lot to digest this early in the morning. I have to tell you that. Okay, so you are a direct-to-dealer kind of guy.
Dealership body shops, as well as independents, but a lot of work in the collision space, and yes, with dealers as well.
So if I have a wreck, chances are that it's pretty good that I'm going to deal with your company in a roundabout way.
There's a very good chance. Yes.
Yeah. So what exactly do you do in the repair business to help dealerships, repair shops, that sort of thing, get through the day?
Yeah, so we have a patented device, right? So like a lot of dealerships obviously have their own technicians and OEM tools that they use in the mechanical world if you're going in for service and repair. But in the collision space, it's a little bit different. So we have a patented device called the Aztec device that will hook up to the vehicle's OBD connector. And then we can remotely connect that device with an OEM tool, pair it with a brand specialist that knows that vehicle, and we can help perform diagnostics, repairs, initializations, programming events all over the internet for shops all over the country.
So, I mean, does that drill down to parts?
Typically, so if the collision center has replaced a new radar module, as an instance, right, front radar, and that radar needs to be programmed before it's calibrated, yes, like we can help initiate that programming event, but we don't directly sell parts into collision.
I got you. So you're the guy that goes between the car and the part, and between the car and the part.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So is it all electronic based stuff?
Yeah. So, a lot of what we do, like if we have a vehicle before it's being repaired, we'll do what's called a pre-repair scan. So we're trying to do a health check of the vehicle, give our customer, the shop, an indication of what active faults might be in it. If the car had any airbag deployments, like we'll pull the procedures, the necessary parts that they should be replacing in those procedures, and give that all to them in a report. On a post scan, obviously we had all that the pre-repair information, right? But through the repair process, there's a lot of repair induced faults that can happen just with having headlights disconnected, lights removed, right? You might be stripping the interior. So we do a post-repair scan to make sure that everything is connected, working, programmed, initialized. For Toyotas as example, after they're in a collision, you need to do a seat weight initialization, so it makes sure that a passenger, it's reading the right weight on the passenger seat.
Oh,
So
I'm
those-
sure that your wife or girlfriend would love that.
Yeah, that's actually it's actually the minimum weight. It's not necessarily 500 pounds. I think isn't it a weight that activates those sensors? Period. Not necessarily giving you a weight on a scale.
Correct. It's making sure that weight is plus or minus a certain value. That way, if somebody's sitting in that seat and the car gets in an accident again, that the airbags and seat belts operate properly.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. How about a 2001 Corvette?
Probably not a whole lot of ADAS technology on that. We're going to have those kinds of initializations and things that we'd be doing back on a 2001, right? That the more and more, the newer the vehicle, the more advanced the technologies are. And those are the things that we help with.
So what you're telling me is that I'm old along with my old car. That's what you're saying. Well, here's okay, let me just throw this out there. It has on occasion thrown a traction control and ABS light. And sometimes it goes off and sometimes it doesn't. Can you fix that? Can you tell me what the problem is?
There's a chance.
Other than me.
Yeah, no. So we would hook up our device and read faults and see what kind of readings we get. We can look at live data, and we can, that's what we're designed to do, is to try and give you guidance to help diagnose those issues at the car.
So I had a friend try to do a tune on the car, and now the car knocks under certain conditions and slight throttle. Would you be able to tell what the problem is with that?
I'm sure we could. Yes, certainly. Again, we could help. We do have different levels of technicians that we hook up, right? So if it's more of a mechanical type issue like that, we have a mechanical team we could direct that to. I'm not, my background is not as a technician, but we have a team of people that I'm sure could help diagnose that or point you in the right direction.
Yeah. So what is your background, Andy? How in the world did you get into this?
So I'm 30 years in the automotive industry this year.
Well, 30 years ago, Andy, they didn't have anything like this.
Yeah.
How's that?
That's right.
Not to put you down, but I'm just saying.
That's right. We're adapting to change, right? So most of my career has been in the retail automotive space, running fixed operations, service departments and retail dealerships. But the last 7 years has been in collision.
Okay. So you're the body shop guy.
I work with them every day. Yes,
Yep.
sir.
No, well, I mean, in your career, that's your background as the body shop guy. And I have to tell you, I worked for a dealership for a few years and early on in my career. And I'll tell you, that was a separate building on the property. And rightly so, because those guys, that's a whole different world back there in relationship to, say, the service department, where we, do tune-ups and blow up motors and stuff like that.
That's right. And, unlike the service department, that if you're attached to the Chevy dealer, that's probably fixing 99% Chevrolets, that body shop could be fixing, every make and model.
Right.
Yes, and they did, except for the Corvettes. And Corvette even had its own little building off of the body shop. They didn't want all that
Riffraff.
The riffraff and all of the dust from the fiberglass contain, making really bad days for the paint guy.
That's right.
Yes.
And today they have special aluminum rooms and, different environments depending on the car. So
Right. All right. So why would I hire or buy your product as a dealership? Why would I do that?
Well, to go back to what we were just talking about, right? Most body shops fix all makes, all models.
Yes.
And the insurance companies, right? Depending on how you're set up, but you're going to repair those. And most body shops won't have each individual OEM tool, right? They won't have a Toyota TechStream. They won't have a Honda tool. They may have a aftermarket tool, but aftermarket tools don't always work to read all modules and all fault codes and be able to do everything an OEM tool can do. And then outside of just having the tool, they probably don't employ a technician that may be able to operate each one of those OEM tools, because they do operate slightly differently. So for a body shop, they can use us because we have the techs, the tools, and the ability to remotely connect and help you with that service.
Doesn't work.
Well, interesting. And how do you price something like that? Because there are different size dealerships, different size body shops. How do you do that?
So most of our services are just pay when you use us, right? So you might have our device and use us 15 times a day, or you could use us 3 times a month. But you just pay when you use and hook up our technology, and we help you.
I see. And typically, how does the facility pay you? Is it like, okay, well, if you're going to use our service, you're going to have to give me your credit card? How does it work?
No, most body shops will have an account with us. And then, part of establishing that account and getting our technology, we bill you on net 30 terms, every month based on the amount of times you use us.
Okay, I got you. I'm just trying to get an overall view of this. So when you go into a facility, a repair facility, whatever it is, how do you approach them and say, hey, this is what you need, and here's why you need us?
There's lots of different ways to do that. I think one of my tricks, right, of the trade is, I like to find a car on the lot that has an airbag deployment. Because one of the value adds that we do when a car has a deployment is we go into the repair procedures for those vehicles, right? Car 1 may just require an airbag and a module, but car 2 might require airbag, modules, seat belts, and car 3 might have programming events and a combination of all those different parts, right? So a repairer might just look at that deployment and go, okay, I'm going to order an airbag module, and they order that and start making repairs. And then at the end of the repair, they find out they need these 5 things, and maybe it takes another week to do it. So for us, we can give you all that information up front. So you're ordering those parts and repairing it in a timely fashion. So you're not finding out these things at the end.
Well, this sounds almost kind of like a windshield repair with a very late model car that's got all sorts of sensors in it, because when you change from what I understand, when you change the windshield in it, you got to go back and program all that stuff that's in the windshield.
That's correct. So any car with a windshield camera that has a windshield replaced is required to have a windshield calibration after a camera calibration after that windshield's replaced. So we do have a glass customer we do business with that uses us anywhere from 500 to 700 times a day.
Holy Toledo!
Oh yeah,
that's a lot of windshields, buddy.
It's a large company, but they'll try and calibrate it with the technology they have at the car, but it might be a 2025 or a 2026 year model vehicle. They have the target, but they don't have the software on the tool they're using, so they can plug in the Aztec device and we can hook up that OEM tool and fill in that gap.
Wow, that's impressive. Okay. That's very impressive. Now I'm kind of getting the hang of it when you bring it down to my level, which is windshields. And I don't know anything about windshields. I have a friend that actually installs windshields, and he was trying to explain to me all of the stuff and it seems like they're putting more and more stuff in those windshield modules. Yeah,
and it's interesting as well that the quality of the glass may determine if that windshield's even going to pass or fail that calibration, right? Because the optics in the quality of that glass matters now with this camera technology that's in there.
Because you used to have OEM, then you used to have aftermarket, and then you used to have Chinese, from what I understand.
Yep.
And so you're saying that the chances are that Chinese glass that's the cheapest for you to get might not be the cheapest after all.
Well, correct. And we run into that even in collision, right? Because we'll have a customer, let's just say that the vehicle owner put in one of those inexpensive pieces of glass. The glass shop may not have calibrated the camera after it was replaced, and then 6 months from now that car is in a collision, and that collision event is requiring a camera calibration. So the body shop will go to perform that work, and now the dash is lit up like a Christmas tree, and it's failing the calibration because of the inexpensive piece of glass, right? It's like, so yeah, all these things happen, and it's hard repairing vehicles.
Wow.
Just real quick, how can you determine that it's the cheaper glass versus the module itself?
Well, more times than not, as we work through these scenarios, we know, because we do so many glass calibrations, what brands cause most issues. Right now, look, we're always looking at the number one, was the camera installed correctly? We go to that first, right? Because maybe it's off center in the bracket.
Okay.
If it has a rain sensor, was the rain sensor accidentally damaged and you've got a bunch of, gel up on that glass, right? Like
Right.
we look at some of these preliminary things first, but if it's mounted correctly and the rain sensor's not broken, then more than likely, Mr. Customer, you've got to put a different windshield in it. We've got to try it again.
Oh my gosh. Andy, I could sit here and ask you questions
I got lots of
all
questions.
day long because there's so many different questions. So if we have dealers that watch this show, and how do they get a hold of you? How do they find out about your product?
So they could go to our website, Aztech, ASTECH.com. And there's links in there that they can use to create an inquiry, and we would follow up with them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Or you
And
can
so-
reach out to me on LinkedIn. You've got my name, Andy Noyes. Message me directly, right? And I'd be glad to respond and help people.
You have been truly an educator in the making here. You had no idea. I had no idea about any of this, and it's truly fascinating. Great stuff, Andy. The best of luck to you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Have a great day. Thank you.
You do the same. All right, Andy Noyes. My jaw is. I'm trying to get my jaw up off.
I know. There's so many questions.
Yes, there are.
And there's not near enough time.
That's correct. All right, just ahead, Jeff's Car Culture, regenerating tire treads.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
It's a show of awe this morning. Mars has driving destinations to the Bluebonnets after this break on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. The Tailpipes and Tacos renowned cruise-in expands to Beaumont. Golden Triangle cruisers will want to experience Tailpipes and Tacos at the Loopy Tortilla, I-10 South in Beaumont near Washington Boulevard. Grab free Loopy breakfast tacos with any donation to Shirley's Kids. Enjoy a coffee or an adult beverage. Every cruise-in vehicle is automatically entered to win one of the beautiful Chili Pepper trophies for Best Hot Rod, Classic, and Modern Classic. Tailpipes and Tacos Beaumont happens Saturday morning, March 21st, 8 to 11 a.m. If you're a car geek like we are, this is the event you'll want to attend. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be online live, and you may be interviewed about your ride. Tailpipes and Tacos Beaumont edition, Saturday, March 21st, 8 to 11 a.m. at the Loopy Tortilla, 2050 I-10 South in Beaumont. The Katy Tailpipes and Tacos happens Easter Saturday, April 4th, 8 to 11. The free Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In is a production of Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex, Beaumont, and Katy. Tastes pretty good. Apple or Android, In Wheel Time podcast can be found everywhere, on the stream and through downloads. Whether you're on the road or at home and jonesing for a different kind of car talk show, give In Wheel Time a try. Honest new car reviews, fun, informative interviews with real car people, weekly automotive news, features like Jeff's Car Culture and Mike's Driving Destinations, all on In Wheel Time. Check us out on SiriusXM Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or while you're shopping on Amazon, through Amazon Music. InWheelTime.com has a list, and we know you love lists. Join us 10 to noon Central Time every Saturday for our live show, our show about all things automotive. And we thank you for being with us today. Time now for Jeff's Car Culture, regenerating tire treads.
Yep.
What?
Yeah. Well, science has designed these things to regenerate your tire tread. Regenerative tires signifies a major leap forward in automotive industry. This groundbreaking technology is underpinned by the concept of self-replenishing tread. That could only be significant implications for driving safety, cost effectiveness, and the environment. You say, what's behind the science, Michael? Well, regenerative tires are essentially self-renewing with the capacity to continually regenerate their tread. This is made possible by smart materials that have the ability to change their properties in response to external stimuli, sort of like you, Don. This fascinating
That's
field,
That's sick.
this
We're not
fascinating
that
field
kind
of
of
research extends just beyond tires with the potential applications a wide range in this industry. Several patents have been granted in relation to the tire generation technologies, reflecting the significant strides being made in this area. These patents cover a variety of technology and materials. Who are the pioneers? Well, several companies are leading the way developing the regenerative tires. For instance, Goodyear's has a recharge concept. It represents a bold vision for the future of tire technology. There's a report out in Popular Mechanics that these tires are designed to replenish their treads using a special compound that is released over time. So Michelin has been making strides in this field also of regenerative tires. There's a news article in Rubber News. Michelin researchers have won a patent.
Wait a minute.
In Rubber News.
There's a publication called Rubber News.
On Rubber News, yeah. Not the synthetic ones, but the
and
rubber
not the ones that you get at the Shamrock Station.
No. And those are extra large. Michelin researchers have won a patent awarded in this innovative technology and uses special tread blocks that expand the tire wear down by maintaining the optional tread depth. So that's pretty important because what you're going to do is, as it gets lower, it's going to regenerate more. The potential impact of this is main benefits of regenerating tire potential to enhance road safety by maintaining optional tire tread depth. These tires could improve grip and performance in a variety of driving conditions. Environmental applications, or implications, I should say. In addition to their potential benefits, drivers' regenerative tires could also save significant environmental benefits. Actually be part of the significant environmental benefits.
So in other words, what you're saying is that we could go from a 16-inch tire to a 22.
No. Good thinking, but no.
Oh, okay.
There are challenges, though. While the concept of regenerative tires is certainly exciting, there are several technological challenges that need to overcome before they could actually become a reality. So they're out there. They're doing all kinds of technology and engineering, and it's all good stuff. I don't see it in my lifetime, but go for it.
Well, I think that they're trying to do away with wheels as we have known them, and the wheel is actually the tire.
Yeah, and if we had flying cars, we wouldn't have tire problems. So there you go.
Very true.
Mars,
Very
what are you
true.
doing down there, Mars?
I'm shuffling.
We know because
Off to Buffalo.
we can hear all of the paper movement down
Oh,
there.
can you? Sorry.
You're good.
That's all right.
I thought I was
So
trying to
because
get ahead of
we're gonna-
Jeff, and I ended up getting behind.
That's
Yeah.
all right.
Well, now's not the time because we want to go to take the Texas Bluebonnet tour.
You brought that up last week, and I got to thinking about it, and I got to looking at the best time to do that. And it would be coming up into March and April typically, but we've had a really warm winter and a lot of moisture up in
Except
the hill
for the
country.
2 weeks of a freeze.
Well, yeah, but that wasn't enough to really slow things down that much.
Slowed me down.
It slowed me down a lot. So anyway, I figured out that there was 5 of the best places that you might go to find some Texas bluebonnets, and obviously the hill country is going to be where most of them are going to be found. The peak bloom is usually late March to mid-April, but you're going to have to do a little planning because depending on where you're at and where you're going to have to go see this. Now, if you are going out there to take pictures, keep in mind a lot of this is private property. They don't mind you taking pictures of it. Some of them don't mind you actually having your children or whatever out there in it, but try not to trample it because there's going to be people coming behind you. And it really works better, softer light, early morning, late afternoon, if you're going to go do this. Now, the one that you would want to look at is the Willow City Loop. Now, this is near Fredericksburg. It's 13-mile scenic road in the Texas Hill Country. It's one of the most famous or the most photographed bluebonnet destinations because of the quantity and the rolling hills. And it mixes really well with the Indian paintbrush, which is going to be the little oranger colors.
Yeah.
Now, this is usually, the peak bloom in this area is usually late March through early April. And again, stay on the public roadways and respect the private property in this area because a lot of it is where you can go and they know you're going to come there to look. So then moving on down to Muleshoe Bend
Muleshoe,
Recreation.
Texas.
Yeah.
Muleshoe.
Now this is the Colorado River near Spicewood. Now this is up around the Austin area. It's famous for its dense bluebonnet fields that overlook Lake Travis. Now the park's open meadows, they actually create this really nice backdrop. You know, they've got the water in the background, the wildflowers together, so it's great for families. Got some easy walking trails. And again, be careful with the private property. There's a lot of parking along the roads, and it really fills up on the weekends. So the weekdays are a lot better if you're going to that area because of its proximity to Austin. Now, you can also go down to Ennis, the Bluebonnet Trails there. This is known as the official Bluebonnet City of Texas. Now, they got more than 40 miles of maps.
That sounds like a Chamber of Commerce bunch of BS.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it could be.
Well,
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
a PR. They got 40.
First of all, Ennis is up north.
Yeah.
Well, they got,
Out of sight of Dallas, south of Dallas.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You said going down to Ennis, and I'm thinking, oh,
Well, depends on where you're at. So 40 miles of mapped driving trails through all of these wildflowers. And that's one because there's so much of it. Now, it's located south of Dallas, and North Texas is a favorite when the blooms start spreading across all the pastures and roadside fields because it is pretty wide open out there versus some of the hill country that's got a lot more trees and stuff in it. Now, there is actually a Bluebonnet Trails Festival that takes place in April. Check the calendar for the exact dates for this year. Now, you can also go to Brenham over in Washington County, midway between Houston and Austin. Now, this is got a surrounding countryside, creates a lot of really nice picturesque scenes that you can use with some barns and some fences and a lot of sweeping bluebonnet pastures, literally. Now, this has got a close proximity to Houston, and it's not far from Austin, so you get a lot of traffic out there on the weekend. So be sure and plan your trip to visit some of these. The last one I'd like to show, because there's a lot more of them, is the Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center. Now, this is a place that you can actually go in Austin that showcases the bluebonnet displays. Now, they actually set it up with plans for people to come in and look at these instead of just being out in the natural hillsides and around. So it's very cultivated and it's protected. So, but it's great for families and easy access for photography. So if you're looking for some of this bluebonnets this spring, there's lots of places you can go and see. This is a few of them that are more well known. So plan your trip accordingly.
Well, I think that most of us are ready to get out in the yard, but it's just not quite there yet.
No, it's really damp. And,
Well, it is today, and it's supposed to turn cold tomorrow, and it's just not really good right now.
No, not yet. But since you got to do a little planning if you're going to get out on the weekend because of traffic and things.
And that's
so.
a good point that you both made. Yes, you got to get out there. You got to put your toe in the water of the yard work and to get all that. And yes, you got to put a plan together. So getting your toe in the water is making the plan.
Your toe in the water.
Get your toe in the water.
I like
You got shoes on.
We got shoes on.
Take them off.
You
you
don't
live
ever
in-
take your shoes off.
You live near Beaumont. You could take them.
That would be him. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you both. That's wonderful stuff. The In Real Time Car Talk Show will continue right after this quick break. Stay with us. The Easter Bunny's coming to the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, April 4th, 8 to 11 a.m. And you're invited too. Bring the kids and grandkids. It's a cruise in like you've never attended before. With a donation to Shirley's Kids, you'll get a free Lupi Tortilla breakfast taco. There'll be coffee and adult beverages, plus chili pepper trophies for the best hot rod, best modern classic, and best classic. There's no entry fee and no registration. Just bring your ride and the kids. Bad bunnies aren't allowed, but the Easter Bunny will be there, and he'll be full of joy to help make this Tailpipes and Tacos a very special one. Photo opportunities abound. The In Real Time Car Talk Show will be streaming around the globe, and you could be selected to tell your car story to a global audience. It's the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In Easter Edition, Saturday, April 4th, 8 to 11 a.m. at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, located on 99 the Grand Parkway, just south of I-10, the Katy Freeway in Katy. Make plans now. Lupi Tortilla, eats pretty good.
Houston, get ready. Team Gilman is hosting a mega car meet at the North Complex. Acura, Mazda, Subaru. We're collaborating with the Car Meet Network, so you know it's going to be crazy.
And that's not all. We're going to be raffling off 6 cars to be sold at $1,000 each. See below for more details.
You're not going to want to miss this, Houston. March 14th. We can't wait to see you here.
That's
Right.
going to be a new event for us.
Yes.
And looking forward to it.
Looks like it's
In
gonna be
fact,
a
I
lot
got
of
the
fun.
flyer right here.
There
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
You see it?
Hot off the press.
So Mega Meet 2K26, Team Gilman, Saturday, March 14th, 10 to 2 is the show. We're going to be on the air with you live from there from 10 to 1.
10 to 1.
Mega car show, awards, food and drinks, vendors, DJ, and giveaways.
And us.
Yeah, the Car Meet Network. We'll get to meet those guys too, I guess. All right. Hey, let's start the show, shall we?
With us, shall we?
Okay.
We shall.
Here we go. I'm not ready. It's the award-winning In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Just ahead. In Wheel Time. What? Yeah, it's our stuff. Jeff will have the cruise in and events calendars, and I'll bring you the stories making automotive news headlines this week. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. Right there, right here, is we always need more Jeff C.
Yep.
Who you don't see, thank goodness for now anyway, is David Ainsley, who's still in bed.
Yeah.
He's back there somewhere. And I'm Don Armstrong. Forgot that. We appreciate you joining us for our show today and every Saturday from normally 10 a.m. to noon Central Time. So that's our live show. All right. We've got our story of the week. This is story one. I actually have two stories, and I'll expand on that in the next hour. But for now, here's story one. Service technicians use computer tablets to diagnose issues in today's electronics-filled vehicles. Those tablets, however, wouldn't be much use with older vehicles that predate many of today's technological advances. That's where technician retention comes in handy. Experienced service technicians not only know how to work on older vehicles, they can also teach younger ones to get those skills as well. GM has done an incredible job of creating technician loyalty and retention, according to Bo Mandel, president of Mandel Buick GMC in D'Iberville, Mississippi. Mandel, or Mandel, however you want to pronounce it, is a past chairman of the Buick GMC National Dealer Council. Several years ago, the automaker set out to create a retention program that includes accolades, schooling, and a bonus structure that allows technicians to stay in the same place, he said. It's important to keep experienced technicians around because these guys know how to fix these older cars, Mandel said. Some of his technicians have been with him for 25 years.
Wow.
His dealership also has an apprentice program that pairs a young technician with often a junior college automotive program graduate along with an experienced technician. The young technician is not only learning through GM and all their tests and programs and training, he's learning hands-on. His dealership has graduated about 10 technicians that way. That's how we build our bench, as he calls it. Service technicians have access to an archive of General Motors training manuals, and a GM's manager, Dan Carter, said that it's possible to learn how to repair older vehicles even for a new technician. This is a spark plug. Yep. This is a carburetor.
This is a key fob.
GM's customer care and after-sales division has a relationship with a number of trade schools and donates unneeded parts to those schools, according to Patrick Mesner, GM's Director of Strategic Service Initiatives and Accessories. I give you that story because it's getting to be that time of the year where you may have a child, male or female, that is really interested in automotive. Well, if you'll go to a dealership, and chances are you probably know one or someone at a dealership and say, I got a kid that's really interested in this. How do we help him along? The chances are they're going to know a way to get to it. We've had people from San Jacinto Junior College here on
Yes.
our show,
Yes.
and talked about the stream that way. But this is through a dealership. You know, when I was in high school, that's when I started working for the Chevrolet dealership. And as much as I brought to the table from, you know, my friends and working under the hood of their cars and my car and that sort of stuff, I brought something to the table, but not near as much as you can get from, say, a junior college, a tech school of some sort, You know this.
Particularly these days with so much computer being involved, it's just not pulling wrenches and taking off an alternator.
And ask us how well we are coordinated with our computer skills here on the In Will Time Car Talk Show.
Hey.
Please don't.
No, don't. We've kind of stumbled into this. So.
But to your point, back in our day, there wasn't anything like that. And, you know, you maybe replace the carburetor with a technician, or you help do this, or help hand them a tool. Right away, you know what you're doing.
Well,
And then you're looking for promotion.
I don't know whether either one of you remember this, but on Richmond Avenue, where the loop crosses Richmond Avenue now, there used to be a General Motors training school there.
I
And it was a
didn't know
big
that.
one, had lots of classrooms and, had the blocked windows that, looked like ice cubes kind
Yeah,
of on the
right.
side of the building. Very 1940s and 50s. And actually, Richardson Chevrolet sent me to that training school. And so there are schools out there, but not like that anymore. If you want to go to a school, you need to go through a legitimate school, one that can train you in all things, and then they can drill it down. You into body shop stuff?
Yeah.
Are you into paint? Are you into service department, heavy duty repairs, engine overhauls, that sort of stuff? Whatever it is, once you get going and you get your feet wet in this industry, then you can drill it down to a more specific portion of the learning curve.
It's not just in the back of the shop that you can go to school for finance. You can go to
That's
school
true.
for marketing, and all of that interplays. It all interwines. It's all connected at the dealership.
Well, particularly when you're talking about the collision versus the wrenching, because the sensors and the computers, it all ties together. You know, you can have a bad sensor up underneath the hood someplace that keeps the car from running. It has nothing to do with the mechanics of the vehicle. It's really getting complicated.
And to say the least. Speaking of complicated, there
Oh,
are some
boy.
complications in the automotive industry, specifically regarding recalls. I got a short list this week, which is strange, and I didn't have any Fords on here, which is the first time.
That's
I
why
saw
it's
it.
short.
So apparently there's some headway being made somewhere.
Good.
Yeah,
Good,
in the
good.
bookkeeping.
Jaguar I-Pace. Hello, Jaguar I-Pace 2020 to 2021. They're advising you to park that vehicle outside because the high voltage battery may overheat and catch fire.
Oh no.
Same thing with the Hyundai Ioniq 5 and Ioniq 9, 2025 to 2026. High voltage battery may catch fire.
What?
Yes, I saw one the other day on the side of the road, ablaze. I'm going, that is a battery car. They could not get it out.
No, there's special
They
techniques.
finally had to
yeah.
call in a special fire truck
Right.
to squirt the foam on it.
Yep.
Yeah, I got a nephew he's out of the Marines, and so he went to work for the fire department, went through all the training at the university, got certified, all that good stuff. They never taught them, and they still don't teach them how to put out an electric car, a full electric car fire because of
Battery
the way
fire.
it burns.
Yeah.
They either put the foam on it and then try and bag it before the foam dissipates enough the air gets back to it. And that's a big major hoop-de-doo. In fact, they don't do it down in the smaller towns of 50,000
Yeah,
people
they don't
down
have
there.
the apparatus
They
to do
don't
that,
have it
yeah.
to do that because so their job is to let it burn.
Wow.
Let it burn. Stand back.
That's all they can do,
Get
and
the
it may take
marshmallows out.
Yeah, I was
days.
just say, carry some weenies and buns and all that.
Yeah, marshmallows.
And our final recall of the week is the Hyundai Kona for 2026. Loss of steering control from a cracked steering knuckle assembly. Martha, I can't get into the driveway.
Here,
I just
hold
went on
this.
by. Hold my beer.
Martha.
All right. Let's do some fun stuff, shall we? Let's do our sold car roundup
Yoo-hoo.
guessing game.
Okay, you got
And-
control there.
And
I'll get.
okay. So we had some pretty good cars this week that I was interested in. Some of the prices are stupid, but
What are you trying to say there, Don?
well, I don't know as if I would pay some of the prices that they're paying for some of these cars, but there's always that one person. Hey, man, I really connect with that car, and I'm going to pay him $100,000
Butt for every
it.
seat.
Yeah. So the first one up today is going to be a 1969 AMC AMX. And the AMX was just a several year model offering by the American Motor Corporation out of Kenosha, Wisconsin. And this car drew my attention because of the price of it. So what do you think that car sold for on Hemmings sold car roundup?
$27,000.
Mars, do you have? Well, no, you
No.
can't. You can't
Yeah.
play.
Yeah, he's got the.
So is Heitzman with us?
Heitzman's saying 11,000.
Oh, Heitzman's with us. Okay.
Yeah.
So 11,000. And is George with us this morning?
Well, he is, but he's
whatever it is going to be 99.95.
Yeah, 99.
he was here earlier,
got
but
him covered.
I'm not seeing him. Oh, there he is, 59.99.
Yeah, I like that, but no. But actually, Jeff is pretty close, 26,250, and that's what drew my attention. I'm going, wait a minute, that's a pretty rare car. If that's an original,
Yes.
26,250
Yeah.
is cheap.
Yeah, I would, yeah. I'm wondering why it's so cheap.
Now
That's 'cause
this
it's
one,
original,
this one here, the next up is the 1971 Chevrolet
man.
Chevelle. Now, is it a real SS? It's got the SS stripes on it. I do not see the cowl induction hood.
Yeah,
that-
it's there. It's got the cowl induction.
Yeah,
does?
hood.
Okay.
but did
It's
it,
got the
did it
factory
have
wheels.
Did it have hood pins, or were those those
I don't
added
think
on?
that those
I
cars
don't-
had
No,
hood.
they didn't
No,
have
I
hood
don't think it
pins.
came
So
from
that's
the
an
factory.
add-on.
Went to my chiropractor the other day, and he's got a 71. And he's
This car? Or
No, no,
Chevelle?
Chevelle, yeah, he's got one, and he keeps it behind his office, and he's working on it. He's restoring it. He hadn't driven it in a couple of years.
And
you
he's
know.
your chiropractor.
Yeah, and so I was asking him about
That's
it,
why you're walking funny.
and he said, "No, I haven't driven one." He said, "Somebody stole my carburetor." And they stole your carburetor? I said, "Well, the good news is that eliminates about 3/4 of the people that are under age 22 because they don't even know what a carburetor is."
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, somebody
I'm-
knew that the
I'm,
car was back there.
Yeah, yeah.
All
I'm
right,
gonna go
how
31.
Much, how
31.
Much? You say 31?
I say 31.
Heitzman says 29,
Okay.
and George says 28,999.
Well, they're all close because it sold for $29,400, $29,400, which I think for a 71.
It's a good price.
Yeah.
Now, is it an SS? It's
Yeah.
got the stripes on it, but I don't know.
You'd have to do
Well,
some
until you
looking.
buy it, you don't. Well, yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
check it out.
All right, next up, 1957 Ford Thunderbird. Now, this is before they jacked it all up and started going away
A
from the
real
Corvette.
Ford
Yeah.
Thunderbird.
it's
American Graffiti.
It's a two-seater.
Port window.
It looks good. A 57
Yes.
Ford Thunderbird. What do you think that sold for?
I'm gonna
I
go-
would- why would you put those aftermarket
I
wheels
don't
on
know.
that car?
That's a deduct there. I'm gonna go 25. Just flat 25.
Did you look at my papers or something?
No, I did not. I'm looking straight ahead. I'm not looking that way, and I.
Well, I don't have it over here. It's hidden, and I
Yeah.
can't shuffle my paper.
Yeah.
So Heitzman says 32. George says 20,909.
It sold for $25,200.
Wow.
Way to go, Jeff.
All right. I don't even like the car.
I'm not a big fan.
No.
Look, it's got the porthole hardtop windows.
I would
Well-
turn it into a donk.
And the fender skirts, it would be nice to have the fender skirts on it, and then the blonde behind the steering wheel.
No,
If
donk
they
it.
had that, it'd be good.
Was that a 57 that she
I
drove?
think so.
I think so. It had the port windows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's just that's a top.
All right, next up,
switch.
we're going to go in a different direction here. Here is a
Oh.
1957 Willis pickup. Willis. Okay. What do you think? This is so unusual, so unique. What do you think that sold for? You never see those.
16.
What?
Yeah,
Jeff says 16.
I'm not.
What does
I'm not feeling it.
What does Mr. Heitzman say?
Well, he hasn't got on here yet, but I'm a little shocked.
He's googling it.
Jeff's 16,000.
Well, that's no
Heitzman
fun.
says 9,000.
Heitzman says 9,000.
Yeah.
So he's going in the other.
So he
direction.
must. Yeah, he must be.
He knows something.
Must be in the same area you are.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
well-
I would have went the other way.
Lost.
Let's-
George is at 24.
Guess
999.
what? You know why it took him long? Because he looked it up.
Ah.
It sold for 24,150.
Ah, you go, George.
George.
George is back.
He is. Well, okay, here's one specifically made for George.
All right.
A 1931 Model AA.
Wow.
I know.
Jeez.
A Model AA.
Look
Now,
at the wheels on that.
I know, I was
Really
just going to
nice.
say, but remember, has it got dualies in the back?
I
I don't know, but
it kinda looks like
It
dualies.
does. And if that's the case, then it would be kind of rare, I think.
yeah.
I kind of like it. I like the colors. I like everything about it. Actually,
I'm gonna go.
it doesn't have any horsepower, but whatever.
29,999.
Mr. Heitzman says 21,000.
Okay. Well,
George says 37,999.
Guess what?
George got it.
How about 17,325?
Oh, wow.
Mr. Heights.
I know. That would be the perfect vehicle to take to the drive-in with your honey. Get in the back.
Yep. Or the Hot Rod Tour of Texas.
Well, see, now for George Skelton, I would say that our next car would be more along his lines.
Okay.
This would be a 1984 Land Rover Defender. 84.
Wow.
It just if it had a turret on top of it, it'd be perfect.
A turret. A turret. God. Yeah, it's, but you know, the color's right. It's a new, obviously it's a refresh. Because they didn't have that color in 1984, I promise you.
84.
84 Land Rover Defender.
32,000. It's
Yeah.
probably going to be higher, but I'll go 32.
Mr. Heisman says 35,000, so
Wow.
he's in the same mind you
Yeah.
are.
And
George says 17,999.
well, all of you are terribly underpowered here. $110,250.
And you said that's a George car? Come on.
No, that
He
is a
didn't say
George
George
car.
would buy it. He
Ah,
just
he
said
said
George
George
could
car.
drive it.
George
All
put
of
the
George's
turret on
money
it.
is in a savings account. It's millions. All right. And our final car of the morning is going to be this one.
Oh, man.
Now, this to me is a Jeff Heitzman car.
Yeah.
A 1986 Mercedes-Benz SEL, four-door, stodgy. I got my brown tie on to go with my brown car.
Now,
Got the guy in the front seat with the hat.
well, yeah.
and
Is
the-
this
and the
with
tie.
or without a chauffeur?
Well, it's an 86 Mercedes-Benz SEL. It's sold for no reserve. Now, somebody actually bought this, and how much do you think that they paid for it?
$18,000.
Well, Mr. Heisman's sitting at
38.
38,000.
I won 18. I don't think it won as
And,
much as you think it would.
Well, I don't know. Let's see. Bobby joined in on the last one a little bit late, but let's see if he got something to contribute.
This
here.
would be a great vehicle to take on the Hot Rod Tour
Yeah.
in Texas. By the way, are we talking to Bobby next
Yeah,
hour?
he's chimed in. He's coming in.
next guest.
You guys,
Yep.
he's our next guest. Okay, good.
So George says 32,999.
Okay. Did Bobby guess on this? He didn't.
I think the last one blew him away so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, Bobby says 16,000.
Ah, he's close.
16,000.
He's going
This
my
car,
direction.
this 86 Mercedes-Benz SEL sold for $5,550.
I could buy that for one of my granddaughters and send her to school.
Well, she'd just break it.
Well, no, she wouldn't because it's a tank.
Oh, that's
Exactly.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So anyway,
Man.
so that's our sold car roundup for this week. That was fun. Okay.
Getting better at it.
We are. All right, coming up, Jeff has the cruise in and events calendars, and I'll bring you some of the stories making automotive news headlines this week. Stay with us. The N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
The Tailpipes and Tacos renowned cruise in expands to Beaumont. Golden Triangle cruisers will want to experience Tailpipes and Tacos at the Loopy Tortilla, I-10 South in Beaumont near Washington Boulevard. Grab free Loopy breakfast tacos with any donation to Shirley's Kids. Enjoy a coffee or an adult beverage. Every cruise-in vehicle is automatically entered to win one of the beautiful Chili Pepper trophies for Best Hot Rod, Classic, and Modern Classic. Tailpipes and Tacos Beaumont happens Saturday morning, March 21st, 8 to 11 a.m. If you're a car geek like we are, this is the event you'll want to attend. The N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be online live, and you may be interviewed about your ride. Tailpipes and Tacos Beaumont edition Saturday, March 21st, 8 to 11 a.m. at the Loopy Tortilla, 2050 I-10 South in Beaumont. The Katy Tailpipes and Tacos happens Easter Saturday, April 4th, 8 to 11. The free Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In is a production of Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex, Beaumont, and Katy. It's pretty good. Apple or Android, N-Wheel Time podcast can be found everywhere, on the stream and through downloads. Whether you're on the road or at home and jonesing for a different kind of car talk show, give N-Wheel Time a try. Honest new car reviews, fun, informative interviews with real car people, weekly automotive news, features like Jeff's Car Culture and Mike's Driving Destinations, all on N-Wheel Time. Check us out on SiriusXM Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or while you're shopping on Amazon, through Amazon Music. NWheelTime.com has a list, and we know you love lists.
Live show every week. In-Wheel Time airs Saturdays, 10 to noon on Facebook, YouTube, and nwheeltime.com. And, of course, there are the podcasts that you can grab anytime. Thank you for joining us today. Time now for Jeff's cruise-in and events calendars.
Yeah, we've got a little things going on all over. Now, the cruise-ins and all that good stuff are are getting more and more prevalent. You got nicer weather. The days are getting longer. Everybody's happy. So here we go. You got Stephanie Nicole's 15th annual car and plane
I was waiting for
show.
this is Stephanie Nicole's birthday.
Yeah.
Whoever that is.
I don't know if it's their annual car and plane show. It's February 28th, which was next Saturday.
Car
It's-
and plane
Yeah,
show.
it's at the GTU Terminal Drive in Georgetown, Texas, which is just north of Austin, Texas. It'll take place at the Georgetown Airport. The event benefits automotive technology and the students of GISD, which is Georgetown Independent School District. So good for them. Then you got Cars and Coffee at Current. This is at the Current Christian Church. It is February 28th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. It's at 26600 Westheimer Parkway in Katy, Texas. Cars and Coffee at the Current welcomes all makes and models. It's the last Saturday of the month.
Current Christian Church.
Yeah. And it's
As opposed to the old Christian church.
right.
This
It's the
is
current
Christian
one.
church.
Right. Yeah, not
Or
the
the
past tense.
past,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or not a future. This is the current one. And it goes from 8 to 11. We got a swap meet going on February 28th, which is next Saturday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And it's where? In
You know, I haven't
Rosenberg.
been to a good swap meet in a long time.
It's down in Rosenberg. We should
Well,
do
I
that.
know, but I mean, I'm thinking you could get some parts for that Mercedes Benz that we had in the sold car
That
around.
Jeff
here.
bought.
Probably need it. Yeah,
Jeff
yeah.
bought, yeah. I need that screw to screw on the bezel around the chrome light.
And it's
Yeah,
a fine
it's
machine thread with a
$200
hex.
is-
It's $200 for the screw.
And you got to order it. Swap meet will the barbecue a lot. It's going to be at the Rosenberg Fairgrounds down there in Rosenberg, Texas. It runs, like I said, next weekend
down the
starting at
street.
10.
Yes, it is.
Organizers invite attendees to mark their calendars, gathering focused exclusively on the swap meet, and they're going to be there until 7 p.m. Then next Saturday, we've got the Bulldog Auto Detailing Car Meet. And that's in Temple, Texas, George. So in case you're out there wandering around, it's at 2202 West
I
Adams.
can't imagine
Avenue.
George wandering around.
Yeah, you can wander around.
Well, yeah. Well, at his age, yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could. I wander around already.
I saw you wandering around yesterday, as a matter of fact. Yeah. Bulldog Auto Detailing will host the event, Car Meet. It's at, like I said, 2202 West Adams. Professional car photos will be available. This is going to be courtesy of Elafia Media while sports lasts. There you go.
Ifla.
IFLA
IFLA.
Media. There you go. And then for one of you, Mike, this one's the Mauriceville Cruise In.
Yeah, yeah.
It's next Sunday. It will be in Orange, Texas at
Now,
11261.
are you reaching out to these guys and letting them know about the
Every one
Loopy
of them that we can
Tortilla?
find, yeah. All the car clubs, the Mustang clubs, and stuff that's over there. Yeah.
This one's going to be at
Because you're spending the night in the parking lot. Going to open up the welcome wagon at 3:00 in the morning for all those early risers that go there early.
Well, I think we decided on 4, but I'll check with Chase and see what.
okay. Well, this
when
is
the
going to be
tacos will be ready.
It's going to be at Leslie's Place in Mauriceville Cruise In. So there
Leslie's
you go.
Place.
Leslie's Place. Yeah.
It's on Sunday.
On
Huh.
Sunday. Yeah, there you go.
Interesting.
Orange. There you go.
There you go.
Wipe your hands of that.
Okay. We've got some news for you today.
The
U.S.
news.
Supreme Court just yesterday ruled many of President Donald Trump's tariffs illegal, but stopped short of saying whether or how the federal government must refund businesses for duties that they've already paid. And wait till you hear the figures. Ready? The 6-3 decision pertains only to tariffs issued by Trump under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act of 1977. Those include the national level reciprocal tariffs the White House placed on imports that vary from 10% to 50%, and import taxes Trump said he placed on Canadian, Mexican, and Chinese goods in response to fentanyl trafficking. Tariffs issued under other authorities, including duties on vehicles, auto parts, steel, aluminum, and copper, remain in effect and are not impacted by the ruling. This is so complicated. How do you ever keep this all straight?
Well, I think he did it in mind because he knew there was going to be controversy because there's some are saying it's legal, some are saying it's illegal,
Well,
whatever the case.
In regard to the tariff refunds, they've decided what I heard this morning on the way over here because it's plenty of garbage on the air this morning.
yeah.
The Supreme Court, it's not up to them to decide what happens to
It's
the money.
Congress.
They just decide whether it's
Legal.
following the law. Well, now they're saying that was the wrong That was the wrong law he did it under. There's other laws. So
Yeah,
now
you
he's
can
got to
do it.
change and
Right.
do it under a different
Right.
law.
Right.
Okay,
Then
so
they
get
do
this. Still, the decision will have significant ramifications for automakers and suppliers. The auto industry paid $8.6 billion through October of 2025 in duties now deemed unconstitutional, according to an October 20th analysis by PwC. The government has also collected $29 billion on imported industrial and manufacturing goods under the now illegal tariffs in that time.
How much
The
did you
federal
get?
government has collected about $314.4 billion in total duties, taxes, and fees since the start of 2025. Oops. I'm sorry.
lot
You're
of-
not going to get your money back.
A lot of duty going
Forget
on.
there is a lot of duty.
Yep, a lot of duty.
Toyota Motor Manufacturing Canada has signed a deal with Agility Robotics of Oregon to deploy a half dozen humanoid robots at its Woodstock, Ontario assembly plant. The automaker, which builds the RAV4 at the Southwestern Ontario facility, tested 3 of the robots on site last year and has signed to expand the program to 7 humanoids.
Are they the blow up kind or?
No, apparently they're actually metal and plastic and
Oh,
stuff.
They're at Woodstock, so they may not need to.
Oh,
As part, well, there's that.
That'd be hippie.
As part of a robots as a service agreement, Agility Robots said on February 19th. The robotics company, general purpose humanoid robot known as Digit, is designed to take on repetitive logistics and manufacturing tasks and uses artificial intelligence to learn and adapt to new manufacturing workflows. The expanded deployment at TMCC, Toyota Motors, follows roughly a year working through development, proof of technology, and on-site pilot. The 7 robots will be tasked with loading and unloading totes from an automated tugger. Totes are the things that they carry, like,
parts.
but in specific taillights.
Right.
Whole rack of taillights.
right.
That sort of thing. And they bring them up on a little tug,
Yeah.
drop off that cart, and pick up the empty one.
Yep. Digit, huh? You said Digit?
Digit,
Is
yeah.
that with Frankie
That's the
Avalon?
best
or-
name you can come up with.
Well,
Frankie
why not?
Avalon.
What a great name for a dog. What's your dog's name? Digit. Digit. Here, boy. After evaluating a number of robots, we are excited to deploy Digit to improve the team member experience and further increase operational efficiency in our manufacturing facilities. TMC employs about 8,500 staff across its 3 plants in Ontario. It's by far the largest producer of vehicles in Canada, building more than 500,000 RAV4s and Lexus RXs in 2025.
Ah,
That's a lot.
it is.
It is.
And can you imagine the size of that facility? Yikes. We went to the Corolla thing, at the Corolla manufacturing, where they did the stamping and the whole 9 yards. You stand at the door and you look down there and you can't see the end
Yeah,
of it. It's
exactly.
so far down the way. It's massive. You just don't have an idea how your
like
car
little
is built,
cities.
where
Yeah.
it was born.
But it's not just one floor like that. There's several floors.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, and it's with an add-on stamping plant at the back, so it all starts back there and works its way up toward the front.
Yep. Sort of reminds you of the Willow Run plant when they made B-52s up
Yes.
in Detroit, where they actually had to make the
L.
factory an L because the property that they wanted to go on, they couldn't get the property, so they had to make a turn. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's still there today, I believe.
yeah, I believe you're right. Interesting. Well, we have finished half of the show.
What?
We have, and so we're going to move on now. But I wanted to remind you that we love to hear from you. Shoot us an email anytime. The address is info@inwheeltime.com. And we will be right back. The Easter Bunny's coming to the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, April 4th, 8 to 11 a.m. And you're invited too. Bring the kids and grandkids. It's a cruise-in like you've never attended before. With a donation to Shirley's Kids, you'll get a free Lupi Tortilla breakfast taco. There'll be coffee and adult beverages, plus chili pepper trophies for the best hot rod, best modern classic, and best classic. There's no entry fee and no registration. Just bring your ride and the kids. Bad bunnies aren't allowed, but the Easter Bunny will be there, and he'll be full of joy to help make this Tailpipes and Tacos a very special one. Photo opportunities abound.
The Inwell Time Car Talk Show will be streaming around the globe, and you could be selected to tell your car story to a global audience. It's the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In Easter Edition, Saturday, April 4th, 8 to 11 a.m. at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, located on 99 the Grand Parkway, just south of I-10, the Katy Freeway in Katy. Make plans now. Lupi Tortilla, eats pretty good.
Houston, get ready. Team Gilman is hosting a mega car meet at the North Complex. Acura, Mazda, Subaru. We're collaborating with the Car Meet Network, so you know it's gonna be crazy.
And that's not all. We're going to be raffling off 6 cars to be sold at $1,000 each. See below for more details.
You're not going to want to miss this, Houston. March 14th. We can't wait to see you here.
Sorry. Welcome to the In Real Time Car Talk Show. Just ahead, it's time to check in with Bobby Sparksman and the gang with upcoming Hot Rod Tour of Texas. Plus, Jeff has the Motor Minute, and I'm going to review the new Hyundai Santa Fe just ahead in this segment of the In Real Time Car Talk Show. A very pleasant Saturday morning to you. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin and Chief Engineer David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us. And I kind of chuckled a little bit because I didn't hear anything in that last commercial about the Team Gilman Mega Meet 2026, Saturday, March 14th, 10 to 2. Mega car show, awards, food and drinks, vendors, DJ, and giveaways way up north on the North Freeway, 18202 North Freeway, coming your way on Saturday, March the 14th. And all of this. Aura is going to follow us up there.
And even you will be there.
Yeah. So there is that. Anyway,
Are you running the kissing booth this year out there?
Well, I was thinking about it.
Okay.
You're going to be in the kissing booth?
No, I was going to run it. I didn't say I was going to be in it.
Okay. All right. Well, there's that. The Hot Rod Tour of Texas.
Okay.
We have been on it since its inception, and I'm proud to say, and we've had such a good time doing it that we decided not to do it this year. I'm sorry. I just had to say that because I talked to Bobby, and we got a plan, though, because we're going to be live and remote during our entire show on that particular Saturday. And Bobby Sparkman's joining us with guests. Why don't you introduce everybody, Bobby?
I'm Bobby Sparkman, one of the co-coordinators, finders of the tour. This is the boss of me. This is Sabre Sparkman, the merch woman, registration. And over there is Jeremy and Henry. Jeremy?
Hi, Jeremy.
Good morning.
Hi, Henry. How you guys? It's good to see everybody, including the wife, the actual boss, because we know how this works.
Yeah.
Yeah. You joined it, and we joined you on the first one, and if it weren't for her, that would have never happened. I can tell you that. I will say that. So we're looking forward to it. So those of the listeners, our viewers this morning that are joining us, tell us about the Hot Rod Tour in about 60 seconds. Where does it start? How long does it go? Who's invited? And how do you join it?
Everybody's invited. It's open to the public for the kickoff party on Thursday night in downtown Victoria, as well as the garage crawls on that Thursday. They're open to the public. Anybody can come. There's no fee, no registration for that. And then if you want to participate in the driving portion of the tour, there is a registration fee that includes a T-shirt for drivers and passengers. It also includes 2 meals, catered meals, really, really good catering this year. Some really cool stuff. It gets you in the entries into some of the venues like the Stars and Stripes Drive-In Theater in the Bronxville and several other places.
What's the movie going to be this year?
Can't tell you, it's a secret, but
And that's
there's going to be some really cool things that the owner of the drive-in's bringing out, that some automobiles that are going to be really, really cool.
And that's the beauty that Bobby's got with this. Go ahead, Bobby.
This year we're gonna, Don and you guys are familiar. Typically we use one of the smaller screens. This year we're gonna have the biggest screen there. We're gonna have #1 screen, the big screen.
Wow. And if you don't follow Hot Rod Tour Texas and you want to go, you should. Now Bobby's he's very coy, and I'm sure it has to do with Sabre being part of this. releasing the dates, releasing the times, sort of give you a little tease throughout the year for the next one.
I was sparked to call Bobby this week because we have registration. Is it open now?
It is open now.
It is open.
Yeah. So where do we go to register?
You can either go on to our website, which is www.hotrodtouroftexas.com. And at the very top of that page is just a simple link. You click it and it takes you to Eventbrite. That's where all the registration is being handled through Eventbrite to keep the scammers from ripping people off.
Sure.
Yeah, and this is, I think, the most calm I've seen Jeremy and Saber on all the tours. They're just chilling out. They're just relaxed. Yeah,
they're going to get wound up.
Yeah, they're
I
gonna
will
be
tell
moving.
you, you mentioned the kickoff on there in downtown Victoria. I was telling my wife that, we kind of had a change in plans and everything. And so she wanted to know if she could just go to that. And
Absolutely.
she would just wants to go down
Absolutely.
there and enjoy that because of around the square with all the cars, the music, because you got the city involved in it, all kinds. It's a great night because the weather's always good.
The vibe is good.
It's super
Yes.
cool event because it's the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. We partnered with the Victoria Symphony a few years back, and they bring all the kids out and perform and some high school level folks, and it's just a really, really cool event.
And let me just add,
You guys have enjoyed it, so y'all kind of witnessed it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Just wait till this year.
This is a professional symphony now. This is not just a children's symphony. This is the
It's
real
really
deal.
a lot of fun. It's a quite an interesting event.
Yeah.
And then our little band that comes with us every year, the Crowbars,
Crowbars.
They're going on tour with us again this year.
Yeah, I didn't get to sit in with them last year, but that's
They had
okay.
a really good time. Last year they performed under the vintage airplanes at the Lone Star Flight Museum
Yeah.
and a couple of other stops as well.
Yes.
And they performed Thursday night as well, starting at like 7:00.
Okay, so I know that you're not ready to announce the actual stops. Can you tell us the direction you're going in?
We're going north. We're going hill country.
Going back to
Oh.
the hill country. I think that's a good move because I think that most of us really like going up through the hill country.
That's beautiful roads, beautiful country. And we got a little Texas history stop as well this year at a little fort there down the road.
I was going to ask Saber, but she just left the picture there. If she's ready and she's ready to go and she's got all her I's dotted and T's crossed and all that.
Absolutely not.
She's getting materials ready for the women's cap. She's going to start hand making the women's cap. So it's so funny. The first year she did it, I said nobody's going to buy those, and she sold all of them the first stop.
So you get started like the day after the tour ends for the next year?
She puts it off till the last minute. She procrastinates.
No, I mean, so that, say that.
I'm the one that starts the day after.
Jeremy,
Right.
They're already talking on the way home about next year's tour, and I'm like, yeah, I'll see y'all in April.
Yep.
It's just, and it's really, really tough because we try to get registration open up as early as we can, and it's always one or two stops that are dragging their feet, and it's like, we want to include them, but we got to make sure that the numbers are right, that it's good for everybody, it's a good stop, it can hold everybody. We go to all the locations and meet up with them personally and visit with them and make sure that everything's good for both sides.
Of course. Yeah, exactly. So I know that we can't. So registration is open now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's open now. And is there going to be a limit this year on the number of cars like there was last year?
350.
Wow.
350. So we bumped it up by 50 cars.
Yes. And this is our 5th year. This is our 5th year of doing it.
I understand.
So the young man sitting there, what do you think? What is your part in this participation? The young man next to Jeremy there.
Jeremy's sidekick.
Henry, what's your part in all this? We can't hear you.
Yeah, we got a.
Yeah.
We got a lot of.
Yeah, the microphone's not working real well for Henry. But
well, at any rate, Jeremy.
Henry
it's always
keeps
good
Jeremy in line and makes sure Jeremy stays on top.
Okay.
That's Jeremy's boss then.
Yeah.
So
you can do it.
So kids are welcome to join on the tour, right?
Absolutely. It's completely open to anybody of all ages. We've had a 16-year-old that drove her grandfather's truck, and her grandfather rode with her on the entire tour, made all the stops. We've had one that last year was the first year he's successfully made it. He's tried 3 times. He drove the entire tour in a Model A with his grandfather.
I think
And
Like
made
an
all the-
original?
I think we saw them.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
wow.
Apparently, it didn't make the 60-mile-an-hour mark on some of the
No, we
freeways.
would get there an hour and a half before they would show up. But he made every one of them. He checked into every stop.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know what you can tell us, but typically you take us to places that we really enjoy going, and the one that sticks out in my mind is the hot rod shop with the body shop there. Was it outside of Austin?
New Braunfels.
New
Performance.
Braunfels.
We will be stopping there again briefly.
Well, that's good because those are great folks, and they've got a great facility there. And I was really
Still got the keychain.
Got the keychain.
I was
Yeah,
really
there you
taken,
go.
I was really taken back by their attention to detail and some of the stuff that they can turn out there. Really impressive.
And one of the guys that goes on the tour with us, one of the guys that does some of the videoing, he rides with Jerry Venerable quite a bit. Those Venerables does some videoing for us. His buddy's Firebird is there at Sampson's getting restored, so it's getting really close to going into paint. So we'll get to see it.
Is it going to be roadworthy by then?
No, it's fixing to go into paint.
That doesn't tell me whether it's roadworthy or not. But okay, I'll buy what you got to say.
It needs paint to be
We
roadworthy.
know how that works.
Yeah.
And we can share that our final stop this year in the awards is going to be at Luckenbach Post Office.
Oh.
Very
We're
nice.
talking wine country. the
Yeah,
whole-
well, I
whole
was just going to
trip
say,
on it.
so if you want to go to Fredericksburg, I guess it'll be on your own.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic place to go. It was funny because we changed the route last year, went up towards Houston, and they were messaging us and, hey, you guys, are y'all going to come this year? Y'all going to come this year? So
Yeah. Where are you at?
they were really supportive of the Hot Rod Tour, and we're kind of surprised that we brought as many car people in there that pretty much cleaned out their store of merchandise.
So Bobby, with the Hot Rod Tour, what other events do you involve yourself in? Because I see a lot of stuff with the Tasty down there in Victoria, and you're always going somewhere, scouting locations.
We're in New Braunfels right now, scouting out a little cruise we're going to do in a couple of weeks here, or actually in about 3 weeks, I guess, 3 or 4 weeks. But we do the little cruise for River Rod. We do bikes, tracks, and Power Wheels. We do the car show for Victoria, for the city of Victoria, the Teos Fest car show. We do the car show for Hallettsville called Kolache Fest, which is a really cool and great food. Also, we help out with the Crossroads Cruisers car show. I'm a member of the Crossroads Cruisers car club, so I'm co-chairing that car show with them this year, and
Too much.
just doing some. He tells me all the time, when somebody calls, she says, "Tell them no, tell them no." But she knows better, We like doing things and helping out. We like driving our cars. We don't like sitting around in a parking lot all day long. We like getting them out. That's the beauty of the tour. Me and Jeremy kind of brainstormed this idea a long time ago, and it's like the first year we did it, it's like, let's just get in cars and go, and it just really, really, really blew up.
So
It's just
everybody
really been a
wants to
positive
know.
thing.
We've had a lot of inquiries here. Do Jeremy and do you guys work?
Ironically, we both work at chemical plants.
Chemical plants. So there's a lot of fumes in the air there. Car fumes.
That explains a
particularly.
lot, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, there's that.
Would you be able to help us if we wanted to start like an old fogey car run or something for
Come
us
on
old
the
fogies?
tour, that's what it's for. Yeah.
Well, the only problem is Don would be the only one that could go. Oh, excuse me. Did I say that out
I
loud?
have more hair than you, so
Hey. Grass doesn't grow on busy streets.
There you go.
We love seeing you guys on the tour and supporting us, and I can tell you, y'all are one of many groups, but one of the biggest ones that everybody remembers you guys.
Well, that could be good or bad.
I'm just going to
No,
say,
it's
even
100% good. Y'all have always been extremely interested in what we're doing, and what we like about what you guys do, as well as what you guys are interested in, and not just the cars, but the people behind the cars, and that's what we like too. We like getting to know the people who own these vehicles and put them together.
And the stories behind it.
The history, that's right.
Did
and
you
all these cars, the majority of these cars have a story.
Did Sabre get the word that we're going to utilize her a lot this year?
Yes, I did.
She
I was
did.
going to let
Okay.
you fill in on the details, Don, later, but yes.
Well, we didn't.
I'm told to do things.
Yeah.
Just wing it.
Yeah, well, yeah. You know how this works. We just wing it all the time. So our plan is to really be on the tour with you this year and have you talk to us. Tell us where you are, what's going on, what's coming up on the next stop, what you did at the last stop, that sort of thing, and really involve everybody that watches our show on a regular basis to see what it's really like. Because when we're on the Hot Rod Tour with you, we don't have that opportunity because we're working to keep up. That's what we're trying to
It
do.
was pretty good when you were on the side of the road videoing them, Don, that day.
Yes,
Well,
sir. I did do
But
that.
but it was spots. You know, this we hope to
Yes.
kind of expand that reach, and she has nothing else to do, I'm sure.
No,
on
no.
this whole-
Obviously not.
Well, Henry can help her.
Yeah.
Henry's
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, we're
Henry just quit.
We're probably going to rely on a few people to get video.
Henry quit, I think. He
Yeah.
just-
Well, and so who's going to be towing the trailer? The merch
That'll
trailer.
probably be Ty again.
Okay. Because I was waiting for somebody to say, "Oh, well, Sabre can't do it because she's towing the." No, she's going to do it. We're going to twist
She's
that
towed
arm.
that trailer
Please.
probably more than any of us. She's towed the heck out of that trailer across Texas.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
She's not afraid to drag it at 75.
Well, it's great to be with you guys, Jeremy. I wish that we could have invited you. We wish that we could have had you speak a little more, but apparently your audio connection just doesn't quite cut it on the high end tech.
Wi-Fi.
In the high end world of tech that we have here at the In Wheel Time Car
The
Talk Show.
video is good, but the sound's not.
Well, there's that.
It must be that missile he's got on his roof.
The missile, that's it. Well, gentlemen and lady, it's certainly great to see you guys and to talk
It
to you.
is.
And we'll be in touch, and we look forward to it. What are the dates of the Hot Rod Tour?
Jeremy,
The dates of the Hot Rod Tour.
I don't know, the last weekend in April.
The last weekend in April.
April 23rd through 26th.
Okay, 350 slots. How many are filled right now?
We're 75%, right about 75%.
Oh, wow.
And it's only been open
So,
like a week.
so now this does not, you're not giving away the stops and the places that we need to call and say, hey, I need a reservation for tonight.
The overnight stays are Victoria, New Braunfels, and Fredericksburg.
Okay. That helps.
And,
Yeah,
on
that
the,
helps.
and on the website and the Facebook page, we've got links to different hotels. The word got out of the overnight stays, and the host hotel filled out before registration ever opened.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah,
a
you
couple of
posted
people.
that, yeah.
We
mentioned
tried begging for extra rooms, and they was like, you have all of our rooms. We don't have no more to give.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, we're bringing in travel trailers out back. So, that's
Well,
what
or
it is.
next time, when you're in an area to scout out the travel, scout out maybe an apartment complex you could buy. Or,
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
there
there
it
you go.
is.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks so much for joining us. Thanks so much for joining us.
Those three locations are pretty tourist busy, so there's
Yeah.
room.
Right.
All right. Last weekend in April, we'll be there. Thank you all. It's good to see you, and best of luck.
Thank you, guys. We'll see y'all soon.
Bye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Okay, just ahead, Jeff's Motor Minute and a review of the new Hyundai Santa Fe, and I think you're going to be surprised by that.
Oh, wow.
That's all when the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
The Tailpipes and Tacos renowned cruise in expands to Beaumont. Golden Triangle cruisers will want to experience Tailpipes and Tacos at the Loopy Tortilla, I-10 South in Beaumont near Washington Boulevard. Grab free Loopy breakfast tacos with any donation to Shirley's Kids. Enjoy a coffee or an adult beverage. Every cruise-in vehicle is automatically entered to win one of the beautiful Chili Pepper trophies for Best Hot Rod, Classic, and Modern Classic. Tailpipes and Tacos Beaumont happens Saturday morning, March 21st, 8 to 11 a.m. If you're a car geek like we are, this is the event you'll want to attend. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be online live, and you may be interviewed about your ride. Tailpipes and Tacos Beaumont Edition, Saturday, March 21st, 8 to 11 a.m. at the Lupi Tortilla, 2050 I-10 South in Beaumont. The Katy Tailpipes and Tacos happens Easter Saturday, April 4th, 8 to 11. The free Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In is a production of Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex, Beaumont, and Katy. Tastes pretty good. Apple or Android, In Wheel Time podcast can be found everywhere, on the stream and through downloads. Whether you're on the road or at home and jonesing for a different kind of car talk show, give In Wheel Time a try. Honest new car reviews, fun, informative interviews with real car people, weekly automotive news, features like Jeff's Car Culture and Mike's Driving Destinations, all on In Wheel Time. Check us out on SiriusXM Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or while you're shopping on Amazon, through Amazon Music. InWheelTime.com has a list, and we know you love lists. We invite you to join us for the live In Wheel Time Car Talk Show every Saturday, 10 to noon Central Time on InWheelTime.com, YouTube, and Facebook. And be sure and check us out. It's for free.
Oh, I love free.
And
Free's
don't
good.
forget,
Free's
30-minute podcasts of our shows can be had from your favorite podcast store. Time now for Jeff's Motor Minute, Jeffrey.
Yeah, we're going to call this planned obsolescence. And here's what I'm talking about. If you've ever felt like your car started falling apart right after the warranty expired, you're not alone. And you might be onto something. The concept of planned obsolescence in the automotive industry is the idea that the car manufacturers deliberately design vehicles for critical components with limited lifespans to keep you coming back to the showroom. The roots of this theory go back to 1920s. General Motors president Alfred P. Sloan back then famously introduced an annual model update to entice owners to trade in their vehicles for the latest model and style. But the conspiracy-minded critics say Sloan's strategy went further. The GM and others eventually engineered subtle weaknesses into the cars that they'd wear out. According to this theory, everything from engine parts to electronics are built to fail at a certain mileage or time, forcing owners to pay for repairs or spring for a new car altogether. Car makers, of course, insist that the shorter product cycles are driven by genuine innovation safety. So more efficient cars require constant redesign. They point to an improved reliability. Many components are over the decades that they've improved. Whether or not companies conspire in the boardrooms to shorten a car's life, real consumers feel like durability just isn't what it used to be. They just don't build them like they used to, and maybe, just maybe, that's on purpose.
Well, I disagree.
I disagree completely.
Yeah. New
Like I
cars
said,
today
it's
are
a conspiracy.
new cars today are they're so much better
Yeah.
than cars of the past.
And again-
Oh, absolutely.
Look at those 80s things that we used to drive and think, wow, I got me an 82 Oldsmobile,
Or a Monte Carlo, or a
whatever.
something with Corinthian
yeah.
leather.
Rich
Cordoba.
Corinth.
Cordoba.
Yeah. And they go longer. They last longer. They're more efficient.
Unless
It's
you
just-
get a lemon. And that's
Well,
face
you know.
fact. GM made a bunch of 6.2 liter engines that failed on many
Yep.
levels.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they bought them all back. They had to. There was a mass.
What about Oldsmobile and the diesel engine?
Well, there was that. Yes,
Well, that was. I don't
How
know.
about
I don't
Ram
know
and
if
the
that's
Cummins
really a
diesel?
motor.
Yeah.
Ram and the Cummins
Oh, yeah.
diesel.
Yep.
That turned into,
And then the 864
oh, Lord. yes.
Cadillac.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I'm not an engineer, but I don't know how you can sit there and say, okay, this bearing on this piston on this thing, on this rod on the crankshaft, it's only going to go 10 million revolutions,
Well-
which is equal to 100,000 miles.
What's that
and it's
made
going to
out
fail.
of? What's it made out of? Something cheap. That's why it's
Well, I understand, but how do you design it to end at a
Just buy
certain
cheap product.
time?
Pot metal.
yeah. Instead
Well,
of
I can-
titanium.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Okay, time now for this hour's car review. I had a very nice experience with the 2026 Hyundai Santa Fe. Now, it comes in several trim levels, including SE, SEL, the Limited, and the Calligraphy.
Oh.
I reviewed or am reviewing the hybrid Calligraphy all-wheel drive. This is a mid-size SUV, although it looks like it is a full-size. It does seat up to 7, including the driver. So it does have a third row. Exterior changes, redesigned in 2024. This is a 26, so not much changes between the years since its introduction as a new vehicle in 2024. Exterior features, straightforward design with bookend daytime running lights, edgy designed fender extensions, sloping roof line, horizontal body-wide lighting on the lower rear hatch. It makes it really unique. What I liked about it, the boxy, edgy design. It's just different. It's not like all the other SUVs you see out there. What could use improvement? Nothing that I can think of, and I just put down here, keep it coming. Bring more of this. It's really cool. Interior highlights, 2 feet of screen and a glove box. Well, look at the size of that screen. Okay, it's 2 feet long. And the glove box is there, obviously, on the passenger side. And yes, it's a separate one at the top of the dash. Dual pad phone charger. See it down there at the bottom?
Yep.
Dual pad phone charger. Loved it. Comfortable seating throughout. The air conditioning gets a separate panel for its controls.
Wow.
Thank goodness. All of these manufacturers seem to be doing to this minimalist design. And if you're driving the vehicle, now you've got to take your eyes off the road and fumble out and try to find whatever it is that you're looking for.
Drill down through the screens.
It's just not good.
No.
As a matter of fact, I've got a story on that a little bit later on. Cargo trunk room, good with the third row down. With you got the third row up, well, it's tight back there, but that's what it's designed for. What I liked, the design and comfort gets high marks on this vehicle. What could use improvement? Give me a volume knob for the radio.
Oh.
There's one thing that it didn't have. Engine, ready? 1.6 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder hybrid engine that turns out 231 horsepower and 271 pound-feet of torque, which was plenty.
Yeah.
With a 6-speed automatic transmission, and it will tow up to 1 ton. Mileage, city 35, highway 34, for a combined of 34. I got 32.6 miles per gallon over 394.8 miles.
Very good.
What I liked about it, the mileage. Ride and handling, very nice. Comfortable and compliant. Nice highway attitude, I wrote. What could use improvement? Nothing. It's all good. Okay, so here are the prices for you. You ready?
Yep.
The base trim price is $52,500. That's the base trim price. As tested, $52,985. Base model price, $36,400. Competitors.
Wow.
Kia Sorento, its cousin, $38,690. Toyota Highlander, $48,964. Mitsubishi Outlander, which I never would compare this to, but its close competitor, $29,995. So there's a widespread figures here for these different vehicles. And my recommendation to anybody that's out there looking for a car, do your homework and shop, shop, shop.
Absolutely.
One may be everything that you wanted, but you can't find the volume, the radio volume control knob because it doesn't have one. If that's an issue for you, then go to something else because there's too much competition out there.
Right.
And
That's true.
especially in this size SUV. Next week, I'm going to review the Toyota Corolla Cross.
Oh.
Which is kind of a itty bitty,
Teeny
not
weeny.
too itty bitty, not too teeny weeny crossover, but it's called a Toyota Corolla Cross.
Give us an insight. Was it sporty? Did it drive well? Give us a hint.
It drove well. I'm not going to tell you any more than that. You'll have to stay tuned for the review.
Call you Bobby Sparkman.
Well, I can tell you that we're going to go to Lukenbach.
You drove it all the way to Lukenbach.
I did not drive it to Lukenbach. I can only imagine what they would say.
To the point of that review in what sold for car review, it was sold for cars, Hemmings.
Yeah.
The last vehicle that you said was George's. It's sort of similar to that one you just reviewed.
Yeah, the
kind of the
Land Rover Discovery.
$150,000 one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, $150,000.
That was
a lot of people were shocked.
86 years old or something.
Sending text.
I will tell you that this vehicle, I drive a different vehicle every week, and it's impressive to see how far the automotive industry has come in a general. But Hyundai, they have come a long way, baby, in a short period of time. They are a serious contender, and they sell a lot of cars, and for a reason.
Yes.
Because they hold up, and they're priced right.
Are they building a factory here, stateside?
Probably.
Okay.
They all are. All right.
Because of the tariffs.
Well, there's that.
Not only that, just shipping.
Yeah.
Hey, if you'd like to get in touch with us, we invite you to send us an email. The address is info@inwheeltime.com. We are back right after this quick break.
The Easter Bunny's coming to the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, April 4th, 8 to 11 a.m., and you're invited too. Bring the kids and grandkids. It's a cruise in like you've never attended before. With a donation to Shirley's Kids, you'll get a free Lupi Tortilla breakfast taco. There'll be coffee and adult beverages, plus chili pepper trophies for the best hot rod, best modern classic, and best classic. There's no entry fee and no registration. Just bring your ride and the kids. Bad bunnies aren't allowed, but the Easter Bunny will be there, and he'll be full of joy to help make this Tailpipes and Tacos a very special one. Photo opportunities abound. The NWheel Time Car Talk Show will be streaming around the globe, and you could be selected to tell your car story to a global audience. It's the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In Easter Edition, Saturday, April 4th, 8 to 11 a.m. at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, located on 99 the Grand Parkway, just south of I-10, the Katy Freeway in Katy. Make plans now. Lupi Tortilla, eats pretty good.
Houston, get ready. Team Gilman is hosting a mega car meet at the North Complex. Acura, Mazda, Subaru. We're collaborating with the Car Meet Network, so you know it's going to be crazy.
And that's not all. We're going to be raffling off 6 cars to be sold at $1,000 each. See below for more details.
You're not going to want to miss this, Houston. March 14th. We can't wait to see you here.
Put your other earpiece in.
Earpiece in and you'll be able to
Put
hear
your
the show.
earpiece in, Grandpa, and you'll be able to hear the whole thing.
I can't hear the show.
Well, typically you would have a mono voice, stereo music, but mono voice.
We've moved up in the world.
No, that's going backwards. That's
We've
back
got
in the
2 of
early
these.
days of quadraphonic sound. Remember that?
Oh, yeah?
This is your place for all things automotive and other things. The award-winning In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Coming up, our Story of the Week, Part 2.
Part 2.
Later, Mars has This Week in Auto History, and Jeffrey has the racing calendar, and I'll get you caught up on the stories making headlines this week. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. And engineer David Ainsley. Let's not forget, never forget David Ainsley.
Very important.
Very much so. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us today. And so I had a couple of stories. I've done one, but this is the more expanded one, the story of the week. And I don't know why you be the judge of why I selected it. You'll see. European automakers are reworking interior designs after Euro NCAP updated its assessment protocols in January to discourage touchscreen-only controls for essential driving tasks.
Wow.
The move extends a safety debate that intensified as touchscreen-dependent dashboards became standard across the industry. Sound familiar?
Mm-hmm.
We just had a review.
We did.
So starting this year, physical controls will be required for turn signals, wipers, hazard lights, horn, and SOS calls to earn 5 stars from Euro NCAP, which evaluates the safety of new vehicles through standardized crash tests and safety feature assessments. Automakers that stick solely to touchscreens for these functions will have points deducted from their Euro NCAP safety evaluation. Euro NCAP is a voluntary safety rating program, so its requirements are not mandated by European law. They're just saying, hey, if you want to get high ratings, let's have some knobs and buttons back and not all computer-based touchscreen stuff.
Or move your eyeballs.
And all I can do is go back to, a couple of things. Tesla and Tesla's
Cyber
rocket.
Yeah,
the
the
rocket,
Oh, yeah.
that goes into outer space, and here the guy's sitting there in front of a big touch screen. And if you want anything, they just touch on the touch screen.
Yeah.
In a car, it's a little bit different because in a spacecraft, you really don't have to watch the road too much.
Right.
Since
You don't,
there isn't
yeah,
one,
you kind of.
Well, depending on who's driving.
I guess.
But Jeff Heitzman would be able to tell you that.
Well,
Katie
yes.
would be able to tell you that too.
Yes. So, in China, similar requirements could become law. Bloomberg reported February 13th that proposed regulations from China's Ministry of Industry and Information Technology say that turn signals, hazard lights, gear selection, and emergency calling must have fixed buttons or switches with a minimum surface size of 0.4 inches by 0.4 inches. So that's a pretty
It's almost a half inch.
yeah, it is. Yeah, for the button. The moves in Europe and China are a challenge to automakers seeking minimalist interiors, such as Tesla, BYD, and Xiaomi, amid safety concerns about driver distraction and screen failures, which is what I've been saying all along. Hey, it's great. Oh, look at how clean the dashboard is. Now I want to find Sirius XM channel 75. Okay, now I've got to go here. I got to go drill down through all these menus.
Yep.
No.
Couple of screens and everything. Yeah.
Well, I think there's two things you're saying, because you said you drive a car, different car every week, so it's a different setup. Once you own the car, you just put it in save. and
Yes.
But even
and that's a good point to make.
I understand, but I haven't driven a car, particularly these brands that you're referring to, that has the horn inside it, that I've got to go to the touch screen to honk the horn, or turn the wipers on, or turn the signals.
You haven't driven a Tesla.
No, I haven't. And that's what I'm saying. I haven't, but I cannot imagine. Okay, I'm going down the road. Hey, you grab that, and I'm trying to find the horn, and I'm hollering,
and your wipers go on, and your turn signal goes on.
Exactly. Radio goes up in volume.
But to bring it home, and in reality, the bottom line is there are certain functions. Like, for instance, yes, on the steering wheel, there's a thing for the volume control. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I find it with my thumb. I'm still driving. I'm still looking ahead, going down the road.
Right.
And
Yeah,
I
you
can
can do
find that on my thumb, and I can turn it up or turn it down, whatever the case may be. And
Okay.
over here, on the right-hand side, I can change the channels. I got that. But let's say, for instance, that I want to change the treble, or I want to
balance,
whatever the case may be. I want it so I don't have to take my eyes off the road to do whatever. If I want the temperature to go up or the temperature to go down, I don't want to have to look at it. I know that on that knob, I can turn it up and it makes the temperature warmer, or turn it back down to the left and it's cooler. Whatever the case may be. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to Jeff's point, if it's your car and you've driven it for a while, I mean, even after a week, you get some of it, but you get the muscle memory where I can reach over there and I can feel that fan knob and I can turn it up or down without really looking at it.
Does it say anything about hands-free driving in that?
Let's
Pursue it.
continue on.
All right.
Let's go to
The
the next
thinking is
paragraph.
that the risk of crashes increases as drivers hunt through touchscreen menus to access
There you
basic
go.
functions. The EU's voluntary guidelines are not working because current touchscreens and infotainment systems are distracting and unsafe. Frank Mutz, vehicle safety expert at European Transport Safety Council, said in a statement, Euro NCAP requiring physical controls for some functions such as welcome step in the right direction, but we now need EU regulators to follow up and adopt legally binding requirements for all vehicles. Now, we always change with what, if Europe does something that we like, then we're going to steal it from them, and vice versa, right?
Sure.
For automakers, the new protocols mean a major move away from touchscreen dependent dashboards. Volkswagen brand's response could be seen in its new full electric ID Polo, which includes physical controls for key functions such as climate control and hazard lights. In addition, the driver can adjust audio volume and skip tracks with rotary control knobs. VW's rethink of its new generation interior comes after the brand's design chief, Andreas Mindt, M-I-N-D-T, admitted to the ETSC XYZ that the shift to touchscreens for vital controls was a mistake. He said it. He designed it. He said it's a mistake.
Yeah.
Mercedes-Benz acknowledges that physical buttons are better for certain functions. The new generation GLC and CLA models are equipped with a steering wheel that replaces haptic swipe surfaces, and I hated that thing. That little black button that you
Yes.
swipe with
Toggle,
your
yeah,
thumb
roll, yeah.
with physical rocker switches, rotary rollers, and hard buttons. Hyundai opting for a hybrid approach, keeping physical knobs and buttons for frequently used functions such as volume control in a bid to reduce driver stress. Tesla, which clusters nearly all controls on a touchscreen, plans to reintroduce physical turn signal stalks in some models, according to media reports, at least those that they're going to continue to build because they just cut out 2 more vehicles. BMW, meanwhile, started removing its physical rotary iDrive knob from cars in 2021. Its new class generation of vehicles, starting with the iX3, debut BMW's panoramic iDrive system, which has a full-width, pillar-to-pillar display and haptic touch controls on the steering wheel. BMW said key functions such as an emergency call function and the hazard lights will continue to be controlled by buttons. Automakers in Europe have a 3-year window to redesign interiors to qualify for Euro NCAP's top safety score.
Wow.
Can you imagine if they take, people don't use their turn signals now, and all they got to do is push a lever. And now you go and tell them, now you got to drill into this touch screen, 2 screens down.
That ain't going to happen, brother.
No.
Hey, I'm driving a car that's got a 30+ inch glass screen. You know that. I've got toggles for my air conditioning, up and down a fan and all that stuff for heat. For the seats, they're toggles. I've got a dial for my volume, for the radio, a push button on and off and dial of that. It is going to be car of the year this year, I hope. But it is a Buick.
Made in China.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, but I would imagine that it was designed here in the United States.
Oh, yeah.
By a very smart individual.
From Detroit.
Yeah.
Probably.
But like you say, it gets very irritating, like with all the little buttons. The car that I was driving last week, it had 2 of those on the steering wheel, and I had to figure out which one of them did what and how to maneuver it. It was like maneuvering the little button on the old laptops. You used to have the little button right in the middle of the keyboard.
Yeah.
Drive you insane.
Absolutely.
Well, you didn't talk
It's a
about
short drive, but still.
the hands-free steering. They introduced that at the Automotive Show. People were talking about that. Now, why would you put all of those functions, like you said, on the steering wheel to let go of it?
You've been a salesman. You've driven millions of miles selling your wares with your suitcase and all that stuff. And for that guy that drives on the highway between cities all across the United States, it's great. You press the button. If it sees something that it's not right, it turns it off. It has a beep, 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 or buzzes your butt, whatever the case may be.
You got a light on the...
Yeah. And if something is awry, it will actually slow down, take its foot off the listen, they got it down pretty pat.
My cruise control does that. If you
Yes.
if you're catching up to a car in front of you,
Adaptive
it will
cruise
back,
control.
Yeah, it will,
Of course.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the drilling down into menus when you're doing 70 miles an hour down the South Sam Houston Tollway, that does not work.
Oh, you drive in the slow lane.
Yeah. You
Well,
get it.
yeah.
Well, you don't think I'm going to admit it because you know who listens to this show.
Well.
That'd be Sergeant Woodard.
Yeah.
Yeah, DPS.
I drive the speed limit, Sergeant.
He does not. Well, actually, he does. He drives below the speed limit, which drives everybody insane.
That traffic backup.
There's
Yeah,
your
that's
Kathy.
Jeff up
There's
there in
Jeff.
the front.
Who is that moron doing 50 in a 70?
Hello.
It's Jeff. Hello.
Because it says do that speed limit.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, you go by your rules and I'll go by mine. But the screen
there
meet you in the middle.
There the two shall ever meet.
I do. Listen, I could find something wrong with every single car made
yeah,
that
absolutely.
doesn't work for me, Don Armstrong.
Yeah.
But it may work for you
Sure.
or anybody else. They don't build. If they built a car just for you, the car would be so outrageously priced you wouldn't be able to afford it because it would be you. But they can build a HVAC system with controls this way for everybody, and everybody understands.
Yes.
For the most part, there are some systems and cars that are not cheap, somewhere between $50,000 and $70,000. I'm going, why? Why would you do that? Who who said, oh, that's the way we're going to go. I want to know who that person is, because I want to say, this is wrong. This is not, nobody that I know of. And I ask I ask Leslie, anybody, how do you feel about Katie? Katie, what do you think about the way that you drill down the menus to get to a certain radio station? She goes, well, that's stupid. Now, this is a girl that launches satellites into orbit. It's stupid. Who does this? Not real people.
Users don't, but I have a theory that I've developed over years of nonsense in that engineers engineer. They have to have something to engineer. Doesn't have to make any difference. If it's working fine, let me re-engineer that because I got to engineer something.
Sounds like you. You're speaking about your.
Oh my God! Years and years of nonsense.
This
to
Car
develop
Talk
this
Show
theory.
operated flawlessly for years and years and years, and then we move into a new facility. Mars says,
I'll fix it.
I'm going to do something different so I don't have to come over here and do this every week and drive, 1 million miles a year. Okay. We are still trying to figure out stuff.
We're still fixing it.
We're going to call Katie.
Call Katie. Because you know what she'd say? That's stupid.
Thank you, Katie. We love you.
Yeah, we do. Thank you very much for being you. And don't go change it. Okay, just ahead, Jeff has the racing calendar. Mars has This Week in Auto History. And I'll bring you this week's automotive news headlines when the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this.
The Tailpipes and Tacos renowned cruise in expands to Beaumont. Golden Triangle cruisers will want to experience Tailpipes and Tacos at the Loopy Tortilla, I-10 South in Beaumont near Washington Boulevard. Grab free Loopy breakfast tacos with any donation to Shirley's Kids. Enjoy a coffee or an adult beverage. Every cruise-in vehicle is automatically entered to win one of the beautiful Chili Pepper trophies for Best Hot Rod, Classic, and Modern Classic. Tailpipes and Tacos Beaumont happens Saturday morning, March 21st, 8 to 11 a.m. If you're a car geek like we are, this is the event you'll want to attend. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be online live, and you may be interviewed about your ride. Tailpipes and Tacos Beaumont edition, Saturday, March 21st, 8 to 11 a.m. at the Loopy Tortilla, 2050 I-10 South in Beaumont. The Katy Tailpipes and Tacos happens Easter Saturday, April 4th, 8 to 11. The free Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In is a production of Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex, Beaumont, and Katy. Tastes pretty good. Apple or Android, In Wheel Time podcast can be found everywhere, on the stream and through downloads. Whether you're on the road or at home and jonesing for a different kind of car talk show, give In Wheel Time a try. Honest new car reviews, fun, informative interviews with real car people, weekly automotive news, features like Jeff's Car Culture and Mike's Driving Destinations, all on In Wheel Time. Check us out on SiriusXM Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or while you're shopping on Amazon, through Amazon Music. InWheelTime.com has a list, and we know you love lists. You to join us for our live broadcast every Saturday, 10 to noon Central on InWheelTime.com, Facebook, and YouTube. We hope you'll check us out. If you miss us, you'll be able to connect through a podcast from your favorite podcast channel anytime, 24/7. All right, time now for the racing calendar, Jeffrey, sponsored by Texas Muscle Car Club Challenge.
Thank you for that. Okay, we've got NASCAR going on today. There's the Craftsman Truck Series at Eco Park in Atlanta. That goes on at 1:30 this afternoon, and it's on FS1, which is coming up pretty quick. And then you've got tonight, Saturday night, you've got the 5 p.m. O'Reilly, which used to be the Xfinity Series. That's on the CW. And then, of course, you've got Atlanta tomorrow.
On the CW?
It's on the CW. So you've got Atlanta tomorrow, Fox channel at 3 p.m. You got NHRA coming up. That's going to be Gator Nationals. It's March 5th through 8th. It's coming up pretty quick. It's going to be next week. IndyCar Series.
No, it's not. March 5th through the 8th is not next week.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Okay.
2 weeks.
How many?
2 weeks.
Two weeks.
It'll be done in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
IndyCar Series coming up. The St. Petersburg, March 1st. That's coming up very soon. You've got the Formula One schedule is out there doing some testing, and they're doing some complaining. Somebody got hit with a purse or something. I don't know. And you got anything, Michael?
Isn't there a race this weekend? In NHRA doing
Yeah,
something?
the purse race.
Yeah. Let's take a look. It is, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Chase made a comment whenever I was talking to him that he was with Stan and they were at the races, and I just assumed that.
Oh no, that was they're over in Louisiana.
Oh, at the horse races.
No.
Maybe do some testing or something.
What's it called? Beaumont Rose or some? I don't know. It's a racetrack over there. I've been there.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go. But there's a
little
lot of stuff going on.
It's a quarter-mile drag strip.
The quarter tracks, half-mile tracks, dirt tracks, they're all coming to life.
Yep. You know, we need to have Rodney on.
Yeah,
Talk
I was
to him
thinking about that
what's
too.
coming up.
Yep.
Got a note out to him. He's been pretty busy with O'Reilly and the things he's got going on there.
That's good. Well, he can take some time for us because
Well,
he wouldn't be
that's what I
where
thought,
he
just-
wouldn't be where he is today if it weren't for us. Damn it.
Well, he's still holding that against us.
Yeah, there is that. There was that restroom incident. Anyway, time now for This Week in Auto History, Mr. Mars.
Yes, sir. Got a few things here that we thought was pretty interesting. And the first thing up is in 1923. Now, this is interesting because this is when Dodge Brothers the company was incorporated. Now, the founders, John and Horace Dodge, both died because of the flu epidemic that was going on. And that was
damn near died when we got the flu this year.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough, particularly back then. So it actually got incorporated in 1923. And I thought this was really interesting whenever because I got to go to the Dodge house one time up there in Detroit, and it had all of the stuff that was the house was there. We got to tour part of it. They brought a bunch of the cars out of the museum and put them out there in the parking lot. And we got a little bit of history about the Dodge Brothers, and it was so much involved in all that earliness that was going on whenever the automotive industry was starting up.
Earliness.
In the early 1900s. That's the word I was looking for. Then in 1928, Volvo introduces the V4 to the wider markets. Now, this was important because this is their first big vehicle that really developed their reputation for safety and solid engineering. They made 10 of them to kind of push them around the world, let everybody see them. And there's one left. And the one we've got pictured here is the one that's left in the museum. And they've got a replica of the body framework that they made out of wood at the time. And that's what they would actually cover it up. Then in 1934, the Citroën Traction Avant was rolled out in France.
Citroën,
yeah.
And it was actually, this is the first mass-produced front-wheel drive car. It had the unitized body construction and independent front suspension. Now, all these advanced
What year was that?
1934.
That's actually really ahead of its time.
It was very much. And with the low stance of it, it really had some nice handling and stuff that went on with it. Now, in 1954, first production of the Mercedes-Benz 300 SL. Now, this is the famous gull wing doors that have been mimicked forever and ever. And even now, hot rodders will take and put these Lambo-type doors that kind of fold up, not like the gull wings, but it's a very popular, and there's very collectible cars.
And very expensive.
Yes. In 1962, now this I brought this one up. John Deere enters the consumer.
That's Don's car.
Now, they've all been building tractors and stuff and a lot of stuff, but they got in the consumer lawn and garden segment. Now, I thought this would be a little interesting because even though it's the tractors, this particular vehicle that we've got pictured here, this is actually a horse-drawn manure fertilized spreader.
Yeah,
and I thought that would be kind of appropriate.
Well, that would be appropriate for this show.
Exactly.
Sponsored by In Wheel Time.
In 1985,
manure spreader.
The Acura Legend was introduced, and this was part of the new luxury models brand from Acura that was spun off. And so it came with a lot of the European premium seats, and the styling's not what it is now by any means, but the first one that came out.
That was at the time. That was the latest, greatest.
It was.
That's a cat's meow
151 horsepower, 2.5 liter V6 was the sedan. That was the original one. Then about a year later, they came out with a coupe that had 161 horsepower. Ooh. Then in 2008, the big one hit, the Dodge Challenger SRT 8.
Yes, absolutely.
So, this was the retro-inspired Challenger that was coming out from the SRT group of the SRT 8. And what I did not know, that the first cars all came with 6.1 liter Hemis. Now, the first ones, the first 6400 were all built in Canada. They were all pre-sold before they ever got the first one out the door. And they came with a 370 cubic inch 5-speed automatic. Now, they also built 100 down in Mexico that had the 6.1 liter with a 425 horsepower motor. Those two were all sold, and they all sold for the same price of $40,095 list.
Wow.
And that is some of the things we found in This Week in Automotive History.
Okay. I've got kind of a longish story about EVs here. Okay. I've got to do it.
It's shocking.
Yeah. Yeah, it's shocking for a lot of people. Yeah. Automakers are unwinding their electric vehicle bets at a cost approaching $50 billion, that's with a B, a stark measure of how much the industry misjudged what buyers would embrace and how fast. Write-downs of investments in EV factory capacity, vehicle programs, and battery manufacturing have stained the balance sheets of General Motors, Ford, Stellantis, and Honda in recent months. The charges range from an expected $1.9 billion by the end of March for Honda to roughly $26 billion for Stellantis, which didn't specify how much of what it called a reset of its business was EV-related. The massive price tag is a product of how aggressively automakers focused their capital investments on EVs, said Itay Michaeli. Itay, I-T-A-Y. Hey, Itay. An equity auto analyst at TD Cowen. Yet the charges don't necessarily reflect a complete about-face, blah, 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 whatever. The charges follow years of dialing up EV development to keep up with increasingly stringent zero-emission regulations in the U.S. and Europe. Automakers also had to respond to competitive pressures from Tesla and startup EV manufacturers that anybody say, okay, we're going to make these EVs. How are we going to get the people to charge them? Oh, there's that.
Well, and we talked about that for years, that they were not making those cars because buyers wanted to buy them.
Mainstream U.S. buyers have proved reluctant to switch from combustion vehicles, citing higher purchase prices, concerns about battery range, and charging speeds. President Trump also moved quickly in his second term to relax federal regulations, ending penalties for non-compliance with fuel economy standards and scuttling the $7,500 federal tax credit. The result, EV sales slowing, automakers reassessing how much production capacity they need, converting some factory space back to combustion vehicles, and canceling entire programs. U.S. buyers registered 1.3 million EVs in 2025 for a 7.8% share of the new light vehicle market, down slightly from 8% in 2024, according to S&P Global Mobility. Okay? Mm-hmm. So it's ugly, and automakers are really paying the price for jumping the gun on the EV stuff. Look, not that I'm anti-EV, but you know what? Go a little bit slower. Why go all in with something that you know nothing about as far as uptake?
Well, but they were pushed into it. That's the problem, because automakers can figure out, well, this isn't selling, so I'm going to quit making it. But if they're forced to make it no matter what, then any market, whether it's automaker or whoever, got that problem.
Yep. The N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. We'll wrap things up right after this.
The Easter Bunny's coming to the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, April 4th, 8 to 11 a.m., and you're invited too. Bring the kids and grandkids. It's a cruise in like you've never attended before. With a donation to Shirley's Kids, you'll get a free Lupi Tortilla breakfast taco. There'll be coffee and adult beverages, plus chili pepper trophies for the best hot rod, best modern classic, and best classic. There's no entry fee and no registration. Just bring your ride and the kids. Bad bunnies aren't allowed, but the Easter Bunny will be there, and he'll be full of joy to help make this Tailpipes and Tacos a very special one. Photo opportunities abound. The N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be streaming around the globe, and you could be selected to tell your car story to a global audience. It's the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In Easter Edition, Saturday, April 4th, 8 to 11 a.m. at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, located on 99 the Grand Parkway, just south of I-10, the Katy Freeway in Katy. Make plans now. Lupi Tortilla, eats pretty good.
Houston, get ready. Team Gilman is hosting a mega car meet at the North Complex. Acura, Mazda, Subaru. We're collaborating with the Car Meet Network, so you know it's going to be crazy.
And that's not all. We're going to be raffling off 6 cars to be sold at $1,000 each. See below for more details.
You're not going to want to miss this, Houston. March 14th. We can't wait to see you here.
All right. Woohoo.
Well, guess what? That's it for this week's In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Be sure and check us out online at inwheeltime.com. We're always looking for new, informative, and great automotive things to bring to our global audience. If you have an idea, the event, road trip, a tall tale you'd like us to feature, let us know. We like tall tales. Our email address is info@inwheeltime.com. When you're looking for award-winning car talk, you can find the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show 24/7 on the In Wheel Time app and website. Grab a podcast from your favorite podcast store. We video stream our live show every Saturday, 10 to noon on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. The In Wheel Time video coordinator is we always need more Jeff Zekin. For booking agent, video editor, Mike Out of This World, Mars, and chief engineer David Ainsley, I'm Don Armstrong. Thanks to our weekly show contributors, Jeff Heitzman and George Skelton. Have a great week, a safe one too. So long for now.